Well, let's now talk about the big story this afternoon. We are looking at the statement made by Union Minister Nitin Gadkari earlier on India's vaccine supply status, where the minister said that there is an urgent need to ramp up production and to open out licenses to more pharma companies. Since India has that existing network, we are not using it. That seems to be the implied message that the minister actually said. Now, at a time when several states are facing shortage of COVID vaccines, this is the first time that one of the senior most ministers in Modi cabinet, Nitin Gadkari, made a statement of this nature, where the union minister says that licenses must be given to more pharma companies to manufacture vaccines. He further added that the firms must supply vaccines in India first and then export only if they have a surplus. However, the union minister now has clarified that statement, saying that he was unaware that the Minister for Chemical and Fertilizers, Mansukh Mandavia, has already explained the government's efforts to ramp up vaccine production. Yes, there has been a clearing of the air, but nevertheless, Nitin Gadkari's statement has raised questions once again. First, let me play out. Let's listen in to what exactly Mr. Gadkari had to say.
वैक्सीन वाली कंपनी एक के बजाय 10 लोगों को लाइसेंस दे और रॉयल्टी भी ले, कोई सेवाभावी करके ना करे। मेरा अनुरोध है कि आप हर राज्य में 2-2, 3-3 लेबोरेटरी ऑलरेडी है। मेरी जानकारी है कि उनकी क्षमता भी है और उनके पास इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर भी है। फॉर्मूला देकर इनका उनके साथ कोऑर्डिनेशन करके अगर ये संख्या बढ़ाएंगे तो पहले उनको कहिए देश में दीजिए, बाद में ज्यादा होगा तो एक्सपोर्ट करिए। तो मुझे लगता है ये तुरंत 15 दिन 20 दिन में हो सकता है।
Right. So we heard what the minister had to say exactly. Let me introduce our guests on the big story this afternoon. Shivam Chabra of the BJP, spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Anshul Avijit, national spokesperson of the Congress, also joining us. Very good afternoon. Thanks, gentlemen, for joining us on the big story on Mirror Now. Coming to you first, Mr. Chabra, you heard what the minister had to say. Yes, we know there is a clarification also coming soon after, but primarily what it appears, Dr. Manmohan Singh had said the same thing, Arvind Kejriwal was saying the same thing, and now Mr. Gadkari has actually taken the pains also to explain what he means by this, saying that we have an existing network. It's just about getting it kick-started. That is the message that Mr. Gadkari was conveying, obviously with perhaps a certain amount of dismay that our resources are being underutilized, Mr. Chabra.
I think it was too much of reading between the lines, I would say. Mr. Gadkari is a very senior minister of the cabinet, and I think his suggestions were taken into a wrong sense. I mean, he suggested there that yes, there should be a ramp up of the vaccination production in the country, and I think just before when Mr. Gadkari was speaking, the Honorable Minister for Fertilizers, Mansukh Mandavia ji, made a statement that yes, we have ramped up the production. It is now, I mean, about 12 plants and 12 companies are manufacturing the vaccination as of now. So I don't think that, that statements of his probably was standing that moment. But yes, I think he clarified on the statement, and rightly so, because there was too much of reading between the lines. And yes, a positive suggestion coming out from the senior minister of the cabinet. Yes, we take it in a very positive way. We do it. We are already working on that. I don't think any controversy should be lined up following the same.
Yes, but he hasn't really retracted from what he said. He has simply said that, yes, I was unaware that some amount of effort is already on in that direction. Anshul, do you think we are reading too much into what Mr. Gadkari is saying? Because this is the first time a senior minister in the Modi cabinet is saying what your leader, Dr. Manmohan Singh, said, or Arvind Kejriwal said. Everyone's got excited about it.
Not at all, Afrida. What this actually shows is the complete lack of communication within the government itself, within the cabinet. I mean, there is no consultative mechanism within the cabinet itself, and we all know for far too long that the government, only 2 or 3 people have been taking unilateral and ad hoc decisions, making blunder after blunder without the cabinet ever getting to know. It shows this. And I will give you another proof of that. If you look at the meetings, the minutes of the meetings, of the 3 cabinet meetings that were held in April, all kinds of inane MOUs were discussed in those meetings. In fact, there was a ropeway project in Uttarakhand that was discussed, but there was no discussion on the against COVID at all. And this was a cabinet meeting. So we do already know that the cabinet has no idea what 2-3 members, include the Prime Minister and a couple of other people. I bet even the task force doesn't know what the government is actually doing. And here, this is an example of that. You know, the Congress party, Afrida, has been saying that compulsory licensing is a must to get over this crisis. This has been suggested by the Congress party 2-3 months back continuously, in a letter by Dr. Manmohan Singh to the Honorable Health Minister. That was rudely dismissed. I mean, in a brazen act of discourtesy, it was dismissed. But this was one of the primary things that was said. And again, when the opposition wrote jointly a couple of weeks back to the PM, this was one of the foremost things that was suggested. Now, the government knows that, you know, it has its backs to the wall. It has to ramp up capacity. There's no other way to do it. I don't know when they will realize that they're a part of a consensus, of a consultative mechanism that has to be initiated in order to achieve this. It's absolutely appalling in the high-handed and unilateral manner in which the government is going about it.
Yes, let Mr. Chabra respond to that. I would like to just add to what Anshul said. Of course, it seems like from what Mr. Gadkari said that I did not know. That itself, as Anshul points out, goes to suggest that the ministers are not taken into confidence. Everybody is not together in it. I mean, it's one thing not to take the opposition into confidence. You don't even have all your ministers speaking in the same line.
Forget about the opposition. The kind of responsible behavior the opposition is behaving in a way, I think the entire world is seeing right now. I mean, you are basically active on Twitter, you probably tweet, and then you expect the government to work on those lines. That is the most appalling thing one can do. You actually saw how Arvind Kejriwal behaved yesterday when he actually called a Singapore variant coming into play and probably hampering the children of this country. So it is absolutely unfortunate the kind of behavior the opposition doing. But I'm not getting into politics. I'm just trying to concentrate on the fact.
Which is why it's all the more important, Mr. Chabra. Why can't there be a consultative process? Why can't there be a collaborative effort? Everyone is speaking in a different tune. It just shows that the government is not taking the opposition leaders along.
It is absolutely false statement on your part also. I mean, it was the BJP who initiated this kind of discussions on the part of, as far as the responsible government is concerned. We invited the opposition to be part of the same. But unfortunately, the opposition, I was just hearing to what Avijit was saying. He said a series of opposition leaders wrote down to the Prime Minister and whatnot. But only after when the BJP president wrote down to Sonia Gandhi and questioned her responsible behavior during the COVID crisis.
Absolutely not.
It was a counter reaction to it. Absolutely, it was a counter reaction to it.
No, we've been saying since last year.
No, we all know that Dr. Manmohan Singh's letter got a very discourteous response from the health minister. That you cannot deny. But let's stick to the point. Let's stick to the topic. Why isn't there, Mr. Chabra, let me put my question to you. Why isn't there a comprehensive statement even now? Like Mr. Mandaviya has said, that we have already started the process of ramping up production. Where is that statement from the Union Health Ministry? Where all other pharma companies that have been licensed, by when will they be able to ramp up production, and to what extent? Where is that comprehensive statement? Then the opposition does not get a scope to question you. But that statement has not been forthcoming.
I don't know why the controversy is being built up onto this statement. But for me, Honorable the Minister of Fertilizers is he's the nodal minister. His ministry is the nodal ministry taking care of the vaccination process. And I think he has made it absolutely clear that 12 plants or companies are actually manufacturing the vaccine as of now. We have ramped up the production and we intend to probably fulfill the demands of vaccination in coming month. So I don't think there should be any comprehensive or maybe what statement you are expecting out of the government. I think the minister himself in charge has already come forward and said this in public. Everything is in public domain.
No, it's very important, sir, because time and again, in terms of the vaccine policy, we have seen a lot of bungling. Let's be honest about this. We have seen a lot of bungling. Firstly, there were premature exports, which is now amply clear. I agree that there are contractual agreements that had to be honored, but there was also some amount of it done out of generosity, which at that stage perhaps should not have been done. It simply happened because you did not have the foresight of what was coming, and that's inexcusable. I mean, the nature of the pandemic in history shows that there was a second wave coming. That is number one. Then there was shifting of responsibility to the states. There's massive confusion on who procures what and how much and how. Then there are these new guidelines by the day. One day you increase the gap between the vaccines. The other day the first jab is to be taken after 6 months for a COVID recovered patient. So all these things are making it look very haphazard, sir. That's what we are saying. The policy, the vaccine policy in India is not something that is done in a comprehensive manner with proper announcements. People need to know, Mr. Chhabra.
I completely fall in line with the sentiments, Afrida, but the fact of the matter is, we need to understand we are in the midst of a pandemic. We need to realize that the decision making can differ from every, let us say, considering the situation that is arising every now and then. We are acting onto the situation the way the situation is acting onto the...
No, but vaccination has nothing to do with it, sir. You were anyway supposed to vaccinate your population, irrespective of the nature of the virus. Do you agree? Do you agree to that much? Then why did we arrange for the vaccines?
No, I'm saying...
How is it that the US has an uninterrupted supply of vaccine today to cover their entire population and we don't?
Sorry, but your claim of not vaccinating the country is false. But I'm still trying to say, we have ramped up the production. We are committed to vaccinate the population of a country in coming month. I don't know what else you expect out of us. Nobody thought that a pandemic is going to behave in that bad way. The way it has behaved. So I don't understand the opposition's claims when the opposition's job is to probably counter on each and every initiative being done by the government. They have the audacity to call it as a BJP vaccine. They have the audacity to probably call in the minister.
No, you did not answer my question on why you didn't have the forward planning. Anshul wants to say. Anshul wants to rebut. Anshul.
No, even now, Frida, the problem is that they haven't got their act together. There's complete obscurity and confusion as far as the government's policy goes, and this was highlighted by the statement by Mr. Gadkari himself. I mean, he's complicit as well. I mean, he's a part of the government, but it just shows the ranks of confusion. Let me give you another example. Yesterday, the Prime Minister spoke to DMs of the country, and one of the statements he made, I was completely astonished by that statement. It shows the complete neglect of vaccines in this country, and that as a priority, when he said that our biggest weapon against fighting against this virus, and I thought he would say vaccines, was actually containment zones, aggressive testing, and knowledge about hospitals and beds. Of course, this is important, but if you tell me that it's not vaccines, and if it's containment zones, we will be fighting this virus endlessly for years and years. And the other comment shows that there is no preparation on the part of government. And it was the Prime Minister himself. He said, he told the DMs to be on the alert because now oxygen plants are going to be allotted in your district. That means he hasn't done it so far. These were the Prime Minister's words yesterday, Frida, after all the confusion.
Can you please answer my claim?
There has been no clarity on which districts the oxygen plants are actually going to go. That hasn't been decided. On every single front, of
right.
course,
No, we stick to the vaccine issue today, Anshul, and I take your point. I also want to add that world over, it is a known fact that vaccinating the population as quickly as possible within a limited period of time is critical to beat the virus. Nobody disputes that. Yet this government did not get the urgency of it all, Mr. Chhabra. That's amply clear. 18 to 45 vaccination has been stopped, has been halted in states like Maharashtra and Karnataka. Why has that happened? It's only because there's no supply.
Excuse me. I don't understand why the entire blame is put to the central government. It is the mismanagement of the state governments. They have to ensure that it has to be done. The state governments have to ensure that vaccination centers have to be opened. Not the central government.
The state government is visibly failing.
Do you know that Bharat Biotech has written a letter to the Delhi government saying we cannot give you the vaccines that you are asking for? It doesn't help to shift the responsibility like that to the states, sir. The states have written to the companies reply saying we cannot give you. We cannot give you the doses. The doses are being booked by the center. We are only dispatching as per center's policy. No, this is in public domain, sir. I'm not talking off the hat. There's a letter from Bharat Biotech to the Delhi government.
I'm trying to say the vaccination supply is not a problem actually. The problem is the management of the vaccination happening at the state level. Why are you trying to blame the central government for that? I am saying the quota being given out to the state
Because
government for
you
vaccines
have to take
is already been
responsibility for the
designated.
fact
It
that
is
when the states,
management
as
of the
per
state
your
government
orders,
that will ensure.
try to procure
There are
vaccines
vaccines.
on their own, they are told that they cannot get those vaccines because they have a certain directive from the center to follow. That is why we are blaming the center, sir. Have you seen that letter which has come from Bharat Biotech? Because I'm giving you this example to precisely explain to you why the states cannot be blamed as well.
No, the states have to be blamed for that because they are not being able to manage the vaccine being given out to them. They are not being able to manage the vaccination. They are opening for the vaccination drive. Why haven't they done it? They've got ample vaccines to get their people vaccinated. I'm sorry.
No,
but that blame is
you are
absolutely
simply
false.
dodging the question. Anshul,
I'm not
kindly
dodging the
respond.
question at all. I'm not dodging the question
No,
at all.
I'm just saying
But
I
you are
want Mr.
trying
Chabra to
put-
answer to the courts. Even the Supreme Court has said in a huge
Yes.
and severe
Yes.
indictment of the central government that said that differential pricing, the kind of pricing that you have on vaccines and on registration on every aspect of the vaccine policy is a violation of Article 21. What can be a more searing critique of the central government?
that matter is under
than the
sub judice.
statement by
I
the
think
Supreme
the
Court,
arguments
and not
given
just
out in
by
the
Supreme
court should be there
Every
only,
High
not
Court,
on the television
sir,
channel.
sir, every High Court, the Delhi High Court and the Allahabad High Court.
What pleas
has
of the vaccination company?
the
What is the
Patna
plea
High
of the
Court,
government?
Madras High Court,
That could
look
be
at
seen
any
in the
High Court,
courts,
they made this
not
kind
on the
of
television
indictment to
channel.
the center. There is no doubt that the vaccine policy has been a huge blunder. Every single aspect of this policy has been an absolute blunder, and this kind of differential pricing and this kind of forfeiting of responsibility and giving it to the states, Afrida, has led to this kind of vaccine Darwinism between states
Yes.
where the survival of the fittest will only survive. What kind of law of jungle is this? Can it happen in a mature democracy?
state governments
where
are
And you know
providing
what,
the
Mr.
vaccine
Chabra,
for the
there is
cost. They
a
are
state
providing
task
it to their own
force,
centers.
there is a
Why are you
national
telling the
task
central government
force,
for that?
there is an
We are
empowered
giving
group
you
of
the
minister, there is a
the central
technical
government
advisory
ensures best
committee,
possible
all
supplies
of
to the
them
state.
fails to take proactive and preemptive measures. That's the problem. You have too many of these committees all over the place, including a scientific advisory committee, and then you have one member resigning saying science is not being followed in making policies by the center, Mr. Chabra. Why did Mr. Shahid Jamil resign?
He could have any other reasons why did he resign. I'm not a spokesperson to say that why did he resign. But the only as far as the
There's
vaccination
complete
part is
confusion.
concerned.
No, I'm just giving you an example to show that people are going to ask you questions and you will have to answer these questions.
I'm sorry. No, I cannot take that blame on the government. I'm sorry. But the fact of the matter is, as far as
Answer
the
to the
vaccination
Supreme Court,
is
sir.
concerned,
Why don't
they
you answer
ensure
to the
the
Supreme
best
Court or the
possible
High Court,
supplies
Mr.
to the
Chabra?
state, which
Okay,
is
fine.
sufficient.
You're
At least
not
they should
answerable to the
continue the
opposition.
vaccination drive.
I know the
It is on
opposition
the
will
state
dismiss
governments who
answer to the
are failing
court.
down to getting the vaccination done to the people. Why?
Okay,
They are
let's
closed
speak
down
one
the
at a
center.
time. Mr.
They are
Chabra,
not getting the
complete, and I will
vaccination
allow
done.
Anshul to rebut.
Why
Mr.
should we
Chabra,
blame the
complete
central
your
government for
point.
that?
The central government must take all responsibility. I'm sorry to say this is one of those things where the union government needs to take full responsibility. The vaccine procurement policy is designed by the center. The states are only having to follow the directions. When you say that from 1st of May, you will procure your own vaccine, that is the center's decision. And therefore, you will be questioned for these decisions, sir, at every step. And now, Mr. Gadkari actually has touched all the sore points. He has touched the issue of demand-supply gap. He has touched the issue of exports. And the issue has come alive again. Anshul, closing comments, please. I need to close conversation.
You did not hear.
No, what I'm saying is that if there is any critique of the policy, when the posters are put up, then you have this kind of Orwellian state that comes up. Every kind of critique is clamped down upon. It's been a disastrous policy. The quickly the government realizes this and actually implements the suggestions which have been given by us, been given by civil society, which has been given by members of the press, is have a free universal vaccine policy, do compulsory licensing, which is the root of the problem, increase your vaccination and manufacturing base, nothing will come out of this. Better do it fast and better do it now. There is no other way out of it. But I doubt if the government will do it, because the Prime Minister did not even mention the word vaccine in his address to the DMs yesterday. I mean, the DMs, he called them, field commanders and whatnot, never mentioned the word. So I don't know what it is. I think we have a bleak future in front of us, because the government is not going to consult anyone, Afrida.
Mr. Chabra, one last word. Why be so defensive? Whether it is the number of deaths, whether it is on vaccination, why not come out with humility and say, okay, this is where we stand and this is how we are going to go forward? Let there be transparency, sir.
Absolute transparency should be there. Why only on the part of central government, of the state government also? Why the transparency should only lie with the central government? We are being very transparent in saying that we are responsible to the people of this country to ensure that every Indian gets vaccinated at the earliest. This is the commitment of Government of India and Modi government. What is the commitment on the part of the Congress party? Tell me, just to criticize? Is this the responsibility of the government?
No, we have only managed to vaccinate 14 crore people, sir. So that's just about 10%
it is our priority
of the population. We really need some humility in accepting this, that our vaccination is not up to the mark, and it's also because we have bungled along the way. The centre and the states both need to share responsibility for this. I'm afraid I'll have to leave it at that. Shivam Chabra, Anshul, thank you. Anshul Avijit, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon with your inputs on this big story.